Hey everyone, for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Frank Moses and I am the founder of You Are Not Alone. You Are Not Alone is a motivational speaking and outreach program for people of all ages. My main focus is on our youth and our younger generation. Ultimate goal in getting into high schools, get into events, try to talk to our youth, try to talk to pretty much anybody, and just kind of spread the message of what I'm trying to do. Last week's topic was on bad influences and morals. I apologize. It was a hard topic to talk about. When I kind of put everything together, it'll make a lot more sense when I have an actual, like an event, or if I'm speaking somewhere, it kind of ties in together. But just to pick it up and talk about it, it is a hard thing to talk about. I wasn't feeling too well, so I wasn't happy with the video, so I apologize. When I shoot an actual video of everything, I think it'll make a lot more sense. At least I hope so. Today's topic is two things. It's going to be depression and it's going to be letting go of the past. To me, these two run together a lot. Everything I talk about runs together with depression. Whether it's depression itself, whether it's suicide, whether it's bullying, low self-esteem, whatever I talk about is going to be tied into depression because ultimately we all face depression and ultimately depression is a big thing in all of our lives. That's why I want to talk about it because I want everybody to kind of come together. And it's hard for us to come together. It's hard to swallow your ego. It's hard to talk about things. Trust me, it's not easy for me to sit here in front of you, and it's not going to be easy for me to hopefully one day sit in front of hundreds of kids or hundreds of people and talk about these things. It's not easy whatsoever. It's one of the hardest things I do, but I'm excited to do it because just the hope that I can reach out to one person and get a message saying, thank you, you made an impact in my life. Thank you. I didn't realize I should look at something this way. That means the world to me. Depression. First thing I'm going to talk about. I talked about last year, probably the worst year of my life. One of the hardest things in my life, everything that I went through. I'm still battling through it. I'm battling through so many things. You guys see me posting positive things, but you also see me posting things such as I want to give up, I want to do this, I want to do that. That's me not wanting to rant and rave on Facebook. That's me showing you as a person that even though I'm in front of you right now, behind this camera, behind closed doors, I have a hard time dealing with a lot of things that I'm going through. I have so much stress in my life between work, trying to do this business, trying to manage. I do baseball clinics for kids, trying to manage and promote my baseball clinics, trying to do all these things. I'm trying to take on so much at one time. I have so much stress in my life, and I don't always handle it very well. And Leanne, she sees the ass end of it a lot, and she's a strong supporter. So I thank her for all that she does. But I battle hard, and I dwell on a lot of things. I dwell on my mistakes. I dwell on whether I'm doing right, whether I'm doing wrong. Depression has a big effect on all of us. It has a big effect on me. We have to learn how to use it to make us better as people. We go through things, and I'm a strong believer in a saying that I once heard that God creates obstacles in our lives to show us His strengths and to show us that we have ours. We have strength. We don't see it at the time, but always remember that life's problems are temporary. It's important that we try and talk to others. I know it's so hard to try and talk to somebody. It's so hard to open up and say things. We're afraid of being judged. We're afraid of what people might say. I know for a fact I am. Every time I post a video, I'm like, oh, great. Well, probably people are going to judge me. Probably people are going to do this. They're going to do that. But the goal of me posting what I talk about is for you to understand that I'm going through things, that I've gone through things, that you can hopefully ultimately trust me. Because trust is one of the biggest things in our lives when we want to communicate with somebody. Every day I lay down and I want to give up. Behind closed doors, when I go to sleep at night, I want to give up. this isn't worth it. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do this. I trust me, I want to give up, but I don't, because I know that one day there's going to be a light at the end of this tunnel. Whether this tunnel is going to be forever. The tunnel is life, but there's a light at the end of it, and we're going to get glimpses of it. And that's what keeps me going, is the glimpses that I get of this light showing that I am doing something positive. When it comes to letting go of the past, a biggest thing is we have to face our problems in our past. We can't run away from them. I ran away from so many problems that I just bottle it in, and I try to take them on the wrong way. The correct way, if there is one, would be to actually face these problems. It's caused me to have a lack of trust, a lack of commitment, a lack of, I wouldn't say morals, but it's caused me to kind of lose sight of some of my morals because I won't let go of the past. My past haunts me. I let it haunt me. I let it over consume me. I let it do so many things to me, and I never know how to face it. It causes me to be angry. It causes me to be afraid. And I think fear is one of the biggest things when it comes to letting go of the past. We're so afraid of what's next. When it comes to our relationships, is probably the biggest thing. We've all been there where something bad has happened in a relationship, I'm sure. There's maybe the few instances where it hasn't, but letting go of our past, not holding others accountable for things in our relationships, is something that's hard for all of us to do. We might have, unfortunately, infidelity, affairs, we might have been cheated on, we might have been abused. There's the countless things that could have happened in our relationship that we can't let go of. And then when we find somebody else, or we start talking to somebody else, or we start dating somebody else, that's still in the back of our minds and we haven't completely let go yet. But that's why we have to allow ourselves to fully love somebody. When you fully love somebody and when you fully commit your life to them, you can look at that person and tell them that, I know that's not going to happen with you. I know that the reason those things happened was because God was building me to be a stronger person. That God was doing things in my life and working on me, that I needed to overcome these things. I'm recently dealt with the situation of letting go of the past. I always tell Leanne that, I let go, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, I didn't look back at it until within the past couple of days when this came about, that maybe I haven't completely let go. Maybe I still hold some things in my past onto my relationship now, and that's not fair. Excuse me. There's no handbook to any of this. There's no handbook to love. There's no handbook to depression. There's no handbook to any of this. It's us trying to make our ways through it. But I do know one thing, that there might not be a handbook to it, but when you find something, or when you see that light in that tunnel, that you have to hold on to it, you have to run with it, and you don't want to let that go. You want to keep pushing. You can't be afraid to do that. You have to appreciate the things that are on your life, whether it's your job, whether it's things that you're doing, whether it's your relationship. I know for me that the light that's in my tunnel right now would be her. She's helping me tremendously, whether she knows it or not. There's no handbook. I wish there was. I wish I knew of a handbook that could tell me these things, but there's not. I take it and I run with it. And that's what our discussion was about, of letting go of the past that we recently just discussed. She's been through a tremendous amount with things in her life. I've been through so much. That's how we relate. That's how we all can relate. It's not just, I'm not talking about just my relationship. I mean, to you as a person, we can relate because we've been through so much. So what we have to do is we have to hold on to that, because there's a light in that tunnel and we have to run with it. I just want to say that I appreciate her, and I appreciate everything that's going on with us. And I appreciate all of you guys that watch these videos, that listen, that like or share or comment, whatever it may be. I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm trying and I'm doing my best. I've had some setbacks lately, but I'm working through them. I just hope that you guys keep watching these videos and you guys can feel some kind of connection. that we have to let go, that depression is in all of our lives, but together that we can make this difference. Together we can stand up and say something about it. I came up with a quote that I'm really proud of, that it takes an act of courage from one to show others how to be brave. I hope that I'm the act of courage from myself to show you how to be brave, to stand up and to fight back against everything that we're going through. Because like I said, life's problems are temporary. You're not alone. I'm not alone. We got this. I want to thank you guys so much for continuing to watch these videos. Like, share, comment. Like I said, pretty soon I'm going to put a video together that's going to be pretty much my whole speech, my whole presentation on things. And when you hear that, you can kind of see how everything ties in. Right now I'm just breaking down different segments, kind of just letting you know, hey, I'm depressed. Hey, I put a pillow over my face at night. Hey, I have a problem with letting go of the past. Hey, I have problems with self-esteem. I'm letting you guys know that because ultimately when I put this whole thing together, you're going to see that it does make a difference. It makes a huge difference. Next week I will not have a video. It's been 3 weeks. Well, next week will be 3 weeks since Leanne had her surgery. I'm going to Pennsylvania because she's finally able to come back. I'm coming back with her, so I will be gone for about 4 or 5 days next week to go spend time with her and her family. Super excited. Long 3 weeks. In the meantime, I am going to shoot a video. It will not be live. It'll just be a regular video, and I'm going to post it, and it's going to be my Q&A video. What I need you to do is when you watch this video, I want you to comment any kind of questions that you may have, anything about my life, anything about things that you're going through, anything that you want to comment. I want you to comment on this video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot another video that'll be an answer. That'll be utmost honesty about my life, utmost honesty about things you might be going through. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I can't sit here and be like, oh, hey, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. I'm going to tell you what I went through, how I got through it, what I see people going through, and how I think that we can come together and make a difference. That's going to be coming. I'm hoping to launch that video sometime in the next few days. It will be, I'm leaving next Wednesday. It will be up before next Wednesday. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, any questions you might have. Feel free to reach out to me. You're more than welcome to message me if you have anything going on. Thank you guys.